What is up, guys? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing a-okay. Welcome back to a brand new video. It is early morning on a Sunday, just turning on all the lights here in the aviary. And in today's video I want to touch up on iodine and different ways we can introduce iodine and supply iodine to our birds. But before we get into the main part of the video and start talking on iodine, why don't we start getting the foods ready, because it is the end of week and all the budgies have eaten the seed for the week, do the water changes, and then we can get on to different ways and I can show you what iodines I use. So let's hop right into the video. Maybe you're wondering why you do chuck the old food on the floor. I do have non-fly birds in the budgie section, if you didn't know, and I also have diamond doves. Now if you own diamond doves, you know that they are messy birds and they throw everything on the floor. So everything goes on the floor anyways, and plus I want to add to that in the wild, budgies, the millet, all goes on the floor. It's never up high as I do here, so they have to go to the ground to feed in the wild. So it is completely normal for them and it's completely safe. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there. But let's get these bowls clean. Let's fill them up with food, restock the waters, and start getting into the topic of iodine, which I know many people are not too aware about. So this video may help. Now I think before we start showing you what iodines I use and what it's, you know, how to use it and all sorts of what different types of iodine there is, I think it is best to put out there and describe what exactly iodine is and what are the uses for it. Because there's no point in making the video and not explaining what iodine is. And before I explain, I do want to put out there, sorry for the lack of mic quality. I know you can probably hear the budgies more than me, and I am talking really loudly, so forgive me for that. I did explain in my last video that we are in the process of you know, working with a new mic system. Now it's just a case of which one to use and which one is the best for the type of videos I do. So I do want to put out there, sorry for the lack of bird noises. Yes, that's what you get when you own lots of budgies and cockatiels. So just want to say sorry for the lack of poor mic quality. But getting back in to what iodine is, iodine is a dietary supplement designed to how do you call it, address the iodine deficiency in birds. Now what I mean by that is that iodine is required for proper thyroid functioning. Lack of iodine deficiency can result in difficult molds, poor feather quality condition, breathing and singing problems. Now again, when I say singing problems, I mean in all types of birds, whether it's a budgie, cockatiel, canary, finch, whatever it is. I do recommend using iodine on all your birds because it is very essential and vital. Now let me just quickly touch back a little bit. I did not briefly explain what thyroid is. A thyroid is a gland and it helps with the essential production of hormones and to regulate the body's metabolism, so to speak. Now iodine can help with a lot more stuff, so that includes digestion, molting, nervous system, breathing and also breeding. Iodine is essential for all of those factors. Now lack of iodine and iodine deficiency can cause and lead to poor breeding conditions and performances. So you may find that your budgie isn't laying enough eggs or isn't laying properly, or maybe your male is not wanting to breed. So iodine is a positive factor into those things. Now these are just some of the facts of iodine off the top of my head that I know, but let's get into the types of iodine you can use and how to get your birds and how to get it in their system. Now as I'm filling my container with the bird seed, with the budgie seed, I do want to talk about the 3 different types of iodine that I've used and I am using currently. One of which being the Lugos iodine. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but here's a picture of it. I am currently using this one. This one's the best one to go to. It is the 15% human one. Yes, it is human, and I will touch onto that when I get onto explaining what that one does. And there is the normal liquid iodine for birds, which is this one on the screen. And there is also the mineral block, iodine block as well, which you can get, which I do occasionally use, and I used to use in the past, but I do occasionally still use that one, which is really good as well. Now, with the liquid iodine, I usually do 1 drop per 500 milliliters of the water. So if one of these is 1 liter and I put 1 liter of water, or I decide to put 500 milliliters of water, so halfway, I'd put 1 drop per that. Now, whereas with a block, it's slightly different. A block, you're not really measuring, you're relying on the bird's curiosity and, you know, wanting to chew stuff to actually make them gain the iodine and make them intake the iodine. So the block has its ups and downs, but the liquid iodine is probably the preferable one to go to, because it is, you know, something that the birds have to drink, because it is applied in the water. Now, I do want to put out there, for those who have never heard of iodine before and you've never used it for your budgies, if your budgies never used it, I do recommend to use the liquid iodine 5 days straight, so 5 days altogether, and then once the 5 days are over, use it 2 times weekly on fresh water. But I do want to put out there that this is just maintenance dose, and deficiencies may still occur. And again, if this does occur, repeat 5 days altogether, you know, 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then repeat 2 times weekly, and that should resolve the deficiency problem. And I do want to put a note out there for those people who are keeping birds in a cage, not in an aviary. Fresh iodine water should be disposed of every day. And again, should be supplied daily if you're having if your bird is having a iodine deficiency problem. So be sure to take this into account when you are doing it for the first time, and if you're noticing any iodine deficiency symptoms on your bird. So take that into account. And for all the new people who are, you know, discovering iodine, have never seen iodine before, and are going to start to use iodine after this video, hopefully, it is very important that you use the iodine block as well as the liquid iodine in their water. Now, the reason is because very typically birds will ignore the blocks unless they are used to eating them. If your bird has been raised and used to seeing the pink blocks or the iodine blocks, it will definitely not be a problem for your bird. Whereas if you have a bird which has never seen a block like this, they'll simply ignore it, and, you know, probably even be scared of going near it. Being prey animals, anything new in their flight cage or cage may be seen as danger or a threat to them. So put that in mind. Now, let me quickly put this bowl of seed in the budgie section because they are hungry, and I am talking a lot and not doing what I'm meant to be doing, so let's quickly do that. You may be wondering why everything is a mess over here. And why is the ceiling painted? Yes, that is different. We are working on something pretty cool here. Yes, I bet you thought the projects were over for this year. No, we are starting them, and we are going to present to you a new animal for the YouTube channel, which is going to be right in this corner right here. So can't wait, really excited. After this video, I am going to crack on with filming and start to move stuff around. Like this plug needs to move over here, and we got a lot of stuff to do. So really excited for this project, and will be a cool one for sure. And I can't wait to show you guys. But thought I'll tease you guys with that. But let's move on to the finch section. We've still got the food to do there, and then we are going to do the water changes, and I'll show you how I do my liquid iodine with the Lugos iodine, 15% human one, and how much you should do it. Really simple, but it's always good to show on the camera so people do not get confused and put too much in the water, which can cause, again, too much iodine is no good for your bird. So yes, let's crack on. Now here is my container, 500 ml. This is out of 1 litre, so I did 500 ml. Reason is because for me it works differently, because I use obviously 1 litre, but I never fill it up when it is the iodine treatment. So this stays in there for about 2 to 3 days, because not all budgies drink every day, so you have to take into account that. So I leave it in for 2 to 3 days, replace it with fresh water without the iodine. Like this, you get the higher chances of each and every budgie, all the cockatiels, to intake some iodine for their system. So that's the way I do it, only because I do 1 litre chicken drinkers. So let me quickly show you how it's done. So you got the 5 millilitres of water. You may even use the little plastic ones, you may even use these ones like so. So again, you need to measure how much water this takes, and then use a drop accordingly to that. Or maybe do a 500 ml little container or jug, measure 500 ml of water, 1 drop, and then divide it by how many beakers or how many drinkers you want to do if you're breeding or somewhat like that. But this is how I do it. So 500 ml, get your Lugos iodine. This is a bit difficult because again, it's cracked open. Not sure if you can catch that on camera, but it is cracked, as you can see. So it's a bit more difficult for me to get the exact measurement, but I'll try on camera. So right there, that's 1 drop, and into the water it goes, like so. So 1 drop of the liquid iodine is more than enough. As you can see right there, the water will start to tint a yellowish colour. Let me see if I can get you. So yeah, there you go. That's 1 drop of iodine for my budgie right there. And all you do is, again, put this back. Be careful, because this does stain if you have furniture. It will stain, so best to do it near a sink. Put this back and head inside over here. Like so. And that's pretty much it. 2 to 3 days left in there, and then change it to fresh water. And that's how I do my iodine here in the aviary. Again, the same thing will be done with the finches, the doves and the canaries. Will all be done the same as well. So Lugos iodine is the one I use. I've been using this for about 2 to 3 years, along with the mineral blocks, if I do see some deficiency. Usually all the budgies go to the drinker. Reason is because first, it's quite big, so a lot of budgies do fit in there together, and plus there is enough water there for them to bathe. Yes, and I also forgot to say as well, it's alright if you put a drop in the bathing water. There is not a problem at all. They can bathe in it. It won't cause any harm to their eyes or anything like that. It is completely safe. So if they do decide to bathe, or if you do want to put a bath for your budgies or your birds to bathe in, you can always add 1 drop. Again, measure accordingly to what the instructions, to what I've said. 500 ml, 1 drop, 1 litre, 2 drops, so on and so forth. So be sure to follow those so you don't give too much iodine to your bird. So it's completely fine again to put it in bathing water as well. That is pretty much the budgie setup. We are due for a clean of the aviary floor and surroundings. We will be doing a major clean on the aviaries in summer of next year. So the reason I do it in summer is because now that we've got our outdoor aviary, we can send all the birds outside, completely have this open up, clean, thoroughly and then let them back in, of course. So that's what we'll be doing. It'll be a bit more trickier for the budgies because they do not have an outdoor section yet, and I'm really not sure if I am going to do an outdoor section yet for the budgies, because we are planning to keep rarer types of budgies for our aviary. So again, all depends on, you know, what I decide next year, but for now we are focusing on introducing our new animal and doing this setup, you know, the best as possible, so we can have this animal, which I'm really excited to show you. If you can guess what it is, that'd be great. Link it down in the comment section below. You know, take a guess. It could be many different things. So we are getting rid of one of these cages. We are going to keep one breeding cage for all our birds. Again, budgies, they will be colony bred. Again, I do have a video of colony breeding. If you click up here, that will take you to that. Be sure to check that out. Really old video, but really informative one as well. I will do one when we are due to breed next year. But yeah, we are getting rid of this, and we are, you know, slowly introducing new types of animals to the channel. But without moving too far and without spoiling a lot, that is pretty much it. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed, if this has helped you. Let me know if you've ever heard of iodine before. I'm sure many of you have. I'm sure many of you haven't also, so let us know what you think. Let us know if this has helped, and be sure to subscribe, because we are having a lot of fun, you know, at the moment with this new aviary build, with the budgies, with these new products, and I'm pretty sure you would want to follow along. So hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. It just helps the channel and the birds. So yeah, you don't have to pay anything for it, so be sure to do that. Share with your friends, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the iodine for you guys, and I hope it has helped. So without further ado, let me get back into this project, start filming this project, because it's really exciting, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, and if you haven't checked out the previous video of the outdoor aviary, which I'm sure many of you haven't, click over here or wait until the end of the video, and that will show you the latest video of the channel. So be sure to do that. See you guys later. God bless you all, and bye-bye.